0.97. I have a better rating than him too, I am sure. He wrestled Shima in GLEAT. He's a meme wrestler, and as a pizza lover, I was initially on board with it. I identify as a pizza lover. I am as a pizza lover myself. And funny thing, here's something that makes you wonder just how much they're listening to you. Not that long ago, I was making jokes about Luigi Primo. You remember Luigi Primo? That was fun for about 15 seconds, right? Like, what has happened to Luigi Primo? Like, no one talks about Luigi Primo anymore. Luigi Primo is, he has been relegated to the dark side. Like, he's literally been banished to the Shadow Realm, right? Luigi Primo. Like, what's happened to Luigi Primo? And I haven't been doing any searches for Luigi Primo. I haven't been looking for Luigi Primo. But then for some reason, Luigi Primo, I get a Luigi Primo video that pops up in my YouTube feed earlier today. So I'm like, I don't know why suddenly a guy that I never, ever, ever think about, like legitimately, I never think about Luigi Primo. That other day when I was sitting around or doing something, maybe I was doing some research here, and then like it pops into my head. I'm like, what the hell ever happened to Luigi Primo? Whatever happened to Luigi Primo? Now I know he's canceled because he was some kind of weirdo anti-vaxxer, but the guy ended up. You remember he was on an episode of Dynamite that one time where he was doing his gimmick? Who did he wrestle? Why don't we pull up his cage match? Let's see what our boy Luigi Primo has been up to, because this is a guy that I didn't necessarily have a ton of interest in to begin with, and now it's like I have more than holy shit. What? Excuse me? 9.7. His rating on Cagematch was 0.97. Exactly. I have a better rating than him too, I am sure. 19.0 ratings. Nothing above a 4. Now, look, we'll come around to the comments and whatnot in a little while, my friends. But I think this is like one of the lowest ratings I have ever seen on Cagematch. But I think they're all probably connected to the anti-vaxxing stuff, right? That's probably anti-Italian discrimination, which is very alive and real. All right, let's go see what's going on. He's still wrestling. He wrestled 7 matches this year. 2022, peak of his career, where he wrestled in fucking GLEAT. Excuse me? What? He wrestled Shima in GLEAT? I mean, this just continues to prove that GLEAT is not a real promotion. Like, this is proof. GLEAT is not a real promotion. It just doesn't exist. It cannot be real. This is not real. What? Tell me this match has been rated? You've got El Lindemann versus Kaito Ishida in the main event, 8.36 out of 10, right? You got like this tremendous minute. Look at all these ratings. Like this card looks really, really good. And then you have Shima and Luigi Primo at 2.56. That is spectacular. Oh, good for you, Shima. Is that the He didn't wrestle in AEW, but or is this me butterflying affecting this? I feel like he was on AEW, or was he just doing the pizza gimmick backstage with like I had the impression he was doing something with Chris Jericho, right? AEW, Luigi Primo. Oh, he was doing something with what was he doing? Like I don't want to play it just in case I get copyrighted. He just showed up in a segment. He didn't wrestle, did he? He didn't show up on the cage match, so I guess not. Well, I didn't want to see your entire thing. I guess that's, I don't know. Look at this guy. Like, isn't he really like a pizza? He owns a real pizza joint. Look at this face. He did something with Ethan Page, NXT champion, Ethan Page. I don't want to play anything just in case I get copyright struck, but I was convinced he wrestled. I guess I must have butterflied affected that one. No, Mandela affected. The butterfly effect is something else. That's when you cause when there's something insignificant in the world happens, but then has these greater effects on the world, right? Like the fluttering of butterfly wings could lead to a catastrophe because of cause and effect stuff. I know things. No, but I thought I guess I was Mandela affecting this. He's been wrestling for Inspire After Dark. All right. Boca Raton Championship Wrestling, folks. Boca against Cesar Bononi. Boca Raton Championship Wrestling. BRCW Summer Smash 2. Let's see who would. Well, would you look at this? Matt Riddle, Stallion Rogers defeat Lakay and Moose, who came in as a replacement for Gangrel. Okay. Noah Kakoa with Neil the Heel defeats Bull James. MJ Jenkins, oh, she's still around, defeats Ruthie Jane. Cesar Bononi, who is also managed by Neil the Heel, defeating Luigi Primo. Steve Macklin defeats Fulton, like Man Fulton. AJ Francis. Okay, so they're in with the TNA crowd here. Boca Raton Championship Wrestling. It's a good time. So, you know, Main Event Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Legacy and New Fear City and Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance. Inspired by Dark seems to be his home promotion. He wrestled in New South Pro. All right, then. Interesting. But I want to take a look at these comments here for a second. I gotta check this out here. 19 zeros. I gotta put up a zero here in 2024. By Clawizuka. Okay. Clawizuka, essentially, right? We're talking about Izuka, his Iron Claw gimmick. Okay. I'm thinking, I already put too much thought into this right here. The below comment of his stupid gimmick, excuse me, let me start over. Try reading, Warren. The below comment of his stupid gimmick set Italian culture back 100 years and wrestling gimmicks 30 might be the funniest thing I've seen on here. That is a pretty choice quote. I think his only small upside is that during the pandemic era, it was easy for people still working to go viral, and the only entertaining 10 seconds of his wrestling career did that. I have no idea how he got on AEW TV off of it. Outside trying to capitalize on a meme, he offers nothing. I don't think that's wrong. How about this one here? Another zero rating here. The only green rating on this profile is from one anti-vaxxer whose level of comedy begins and ends with tossing pizza dough. It will likely remain that way because this guy's work, both in ring and in character, is so bad that not even fringe political polemicists want to rally around him. He never did end up like and control your narrative, right? This is the earliest one here that we got. Is this wrestling? Bottom of the barrel as far as comedy gimmicks go. I look forward to the bizarre fascination with him going away. This was in 2022. And another one here in 2022. The fact that this clown appeared at national TV is embarrassing. Anti-vax guy with obscure past and one-trick garbage comedy gimmick was forced up with Twitter marks. He definitely doesn't deserve. He definitely don't. Jesus, come on, man. He definitely don't deserving all this hype, all of his hype. He had a checkered past. He had an obscure past. He got canceled before Sin. Oh, after Sin. At the very least, here's another one. Another 0. At the very least, his gimmick is unique, which doesn't make it good or interesting at all. But hey, at least it's something that I've never seen before, though probably with good reason. His stance as an anti-vaxxer and conspiracy theorist makes it very much embarrassing that he wound up with 2 spots on an internationally broadcast pro wrestling television show, and Luigi Primo has no redeeming qualities as a worker or promo to justify a rating of any numerical value. Absolute 0. Okay, that's interesting. Now, he's a conspiracy theory on top of being an anti-vaxxer. Doesn't being an anti-vaxxer immediately like assume you're a conspiracy theorist? Like, isn't that like immediately, like, can you be an anti-vaxxer without being a conspiracy theorist? Because the most anti-vaxxers that I have encountered believe that there's something wrong in the vaccines, that people are colluding, that it's controlled, that it's blah, blah, blah. And that is a conspiracy theory. It's an anti-vaxxing, by definition, a conspiracy theory. Otherwise, is Luigi Primo all into other stuff? Does he do others? Now, the only one he got was the highest one he got was a 4, right? 4.0 rating. Let's read it. It's very short. Jedi Saiyan Master. 1203. Unfunny comedy gimmick. So excuse me, let me read that again. I want to do it justice. Unfunny comedy gimmick. So obviously not Italian. Not a good long-term gimmick, but I've seen much worse comedy gimmicks. Okay. I mean, I feel that's fair, as you know. Is that a 4? Maybe, you know. Is that worth a 4? But I don't know. Here's a Dan Talks Wrestling gave him a 2. This will be the last one we'll read. He's a meme wrestler, and as a pizza lover, I was initially on board with it. I identify as a pizza lover. I am as a pizza lover myself. Like, honestly, like, who is not? Like, who does not? Like, who doesn't enjoy pizza? Like, that can be, that is, if that's a defining trait for you, Dan Talks Wrestling. If that's a defining trait for you, you need to broaden your horizons a little bit, because everyone loves pizza. Like, it's not a defining trait. He's dedicated to the character, and his pizza tossing skills and his ability to pull off moves while doing it are impressive. But unlike other wrestlers that catch on as memes, such as Orange Cassidy or Danhausen, whose in-ring work is strong enough and whose acts multifaceted enough to give them staying power, and especially in the case of OC, the ability to thrive even on high-level products, Primo's act is one-dimensional. Once you've seen it once, you've seen all there is, and without the hook of the pizza spinning, his in-ring work isn't quite strong enough to make up the difference. And, along with some out-of-the-ring controversy, this led to Primo burning out quickly. That is very fair. I think this is a very, very fair assessment. That's probably indeed the best it's going to get as far as an analysis of Luigi Primo goes. I think that's like spot on it. It's not going to get any better. It doesn't get any higher than that. The praise doesn't get any higher than that, Luigi Primo, who make it the pizza. I'm sorry I said that.